I've finally gone and got myself a new kayak, so I've gone and got the Wave Explorer 1 to 2 seater as shown in the picture just here. And the reason I've decided to grab one is, well, it's nearly time to go out in the water. My arm has recovered and I just wanted like another kayak for my eldest, something that's light, durable, easy to maneuver. That way I can go out on my little Sandbanks optimal. She can go out in that and we can have like a really nice time in the water. One thing that drew my attention to this kayak was it said it weighs 8.5 kilos for the 1 to 2 seater. So I thought, okay, that's pretty damn light. That should do the trick. As well as it was very high pressure as well. So the drop stitch floor goes up to 15 psi and the side tubes go to 5 psi. Is what to expect from the 1 seater configuration, 2 seater and 3 seater. One thing I do need to mention is if you are thinking of taking up kayaking or paddle boarding or you just want to get a new one, grab one now while the sales are on. In summer, you won't see those and you'll save yourself a lot of money. Grab on one now as opposed to later. But yeah, right, with that being said, let's take a look at this gear I've got. So that's everything directly out the box. That's how it arrived. It's amazing to think that all of this is supposed to fit in this tiny little bag, but I'll demonstrate that a bit later anyway. Right, first up, here's the pump that comes with it. This pump was super duper light and the pump has inflate as well as a deflate option, which you connect at the bottom. Don't know if you can see on this angle, but that pump only goes up to, I think it's about 8.5 psi. The kayak, don't know if you can remember from what I previously mentioned, only goes up to 15 psi. Boo! But yeah, not impressed. I won't be taking that pump with me. Then you've got the repair kit. That was pretty handy to sit in a nice little portable tube like that. Comes with all your usual bits, your patches, your glue, and then your valve removal tool. So yeah, that's handy. Here's the main bag that it all fits in. As you could probably tell, the bag isn't very oversized, boo, but it comes with 2 large side pockets. Whee! The shoulder straps themselves are kind of padded, but don't need to worry about that too much because the kayak's pretty light anyway. It also comes with a side strap just to kind of pull everything together, as well as a side handle so you can just, you know, carry that to the side of you as opposed to on your shoulders. The zip on the bag itself only goes down to about 2/3 of the way, so it doesn't fully open, which makes it a bit of a pain in the bum to get back in. And it's got an internal strap as well, which I've got no use for whatsoever. The bag itself doesn't have wheels on the bottom of it. It's not got a solid bottom either, but again, you don't really need it because it's quite light. Here is me holding it. That's everything packed away, and I'm, you know, strutting around with it by my side. And this is me carrying it on my shoulders. Again, just demonstrating how lightweight and easy that is and what it looks like. Ooh. Strutting about. So yeah, as you can see, demonstrated by me and my daughter. Yeah, not very oversized. Ooh. Anyway, let's move on to the paddles. The paddles, these are pretty nice looking paddles actually, and I've got to say they weren't very heavy either. I don't know the exact weight of them. Maybe I'll try and put that in the description. Has a little feather point towards one end of the paddle, also including the usual drip rings. And now we have the footrests. These are pretty squidgy actually, as demonstrated. Never used footrests before, so it'd be interesting to try these out. Come with little Velcro straps that attach to the flooring inside the kayak. These plastic clips also attach to the inside of the kayak. Yeah, pretty nice. And they've got quite a good length on them. I don't think I'll ever use 2, but I suppose I can use it as a spare. Here we have the seats. Now, every supplied kayak seat is always really naff. However, the Wave seats were not too bad. They did have a fair amount of padding on them, but yeah, not too bad for 3 seats. I'd still choose my own over these. Comes with a nice little rear pocket with a nice little Wave branded label. So I decided to whip out my usual kayaking seat and compare it with the Wave supplied one. And one thing that stood out straight away was my seat has much better back support where it's a bit higher. And also the cushioning was slightly thicker, top and bottom. And yeah, shout out to Cambridge Kayaks, by the way. I got that seat for 25 quid. Doesn't take much and you can get a lot more comfort out of it. Wave do supply an identical seat to this, just with their Wave naming on it, for a whopping 60 quid. So yeah, look lively on that. Maybe like look around. Anyway, up next you got the skegs. Nothing really much to say about this. Standard stuff, solid. Yeah, nothing spectacular. bog standard default meh. What, James, you got a new kayak, have you, mate? Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, here we go. Let's open this beauty. Oh, yeah. Alright, that's it out of the box. And now we're going to see it partially inflated. Bosh. Here we go. There it is. Look at that. Not bad, eh? Don't look too bad. So starting at the front, you got this solid old nose cone. That thing was like, yeah, really, really hard. And the front of the boat comes with a nice, pretty well made, to be fair, carry handle. And then we got some bungee cords with a little fastener on the end of it as well. So that was pretty cool. The PVC material itself, yeah, it's got a bit of a texture to it. Feels pretty solid as well, to be fair. I mean, this thing's only 8.5 kilograms, but it doesn't feel like it's vulnerable. You got carry handles on either side of the kayak as well. You got tie points just on the inside. You've also got some drainage points there. So you've got a fair amount of drainage points there and there. Really handy for all the water to go down to. Here's the valves. All three valves are at one end. As you can see, 15 PSI. My pump only says 8.5. What the hell are they thinking? Yep, so the texture on the drop stitch floor, by the way, that was really nice. And see the little built-in Velcro. So yeah, that drop stitch floor, super nice, really, really thick as well. So I'm quite looking forward to sitting in that, comparing it to my Sevylor. So here's one of the controversial parts of it. These paddle hooks, bit chunky, but they are soft, so going to see how they go. Then same story at the other end of the boat. Got the bungee cords, nice handle, and the nose cone, solid nose cone. So yeah, there you go, Explorer. So it's pretty nice kayak. I've got to say, for what I paid for it, I'm quite impressed. Here's what it looks like underneath the kayak. You obviously got the two skeg points as well. It's going to be fun getting those in and out. Yeah, as you can see, where it's partially deflated, you can actually still see the drop stitch floor coming through. So when it's fully inflated, I'll be interested to see what sort of shape that is. Yeah, but the materials underneath, they seem pretty strong as well. Yeah, I can't really find any issues with it. Build quality seems to be fine, especially considering what I paid for it. Here's a front view of the hull. As you can see, it's got like a flat bottom, so there's no V shape going on here, apart from maybe the sides kind of, I don't know, they look a bit curvy. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how this compares to my Sevylor and my Sandbanks style Optimal. Right, now here comes the weight test. Is this going to be heavy or light? Let's just make sure I do a little warm up before I start. Don't want to pull a muscle, being in my 30s now and all. So yeah, come on, you can do it. Moment of truth. Heavy or not heavy? Look at that, lovely and light. This thing, 8.5 kilos. It was lovely and light, as you can see. And bear in mind, my right arm is the one that I fractured in October. Alright. So yeah, really happy with it. Alright, get out of my boat. While it was out, I thought I'd just put the seats in just to see what it looks like pieced together. And there she is. Not bad, eh? Not bad at all. But as you can tell, I don't think you'd get two adults in that. It would be an adult and a child, or an adult and a dog, or maybe two kids. Yeah, certainly not two adults, unless you're really small. Well, I hope you liked the video, and I hope that was helpful to anyone, at least one person. If you did like the video, remember to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.